YouTube, we have to do this. This is something I've been meaning to do. I'm about 5, maybe 8 days late. But bruh, Adam 22, bring your ass here, boy. In the words of the motherfucking one of the GOATs, DC Young Fly, bring your ass here, boy. Cause you piss me off, bro. I don't give a what your career is, bro. You've really let your woman get some BBC. That shit made sense to you, huh? You cool now, huh? Well, I have a few words to say to you. I watched a little bit of this interview, but we about to watch the whole thing, cause you a disgrace, my brother. I don't know the who, cause boy, y'all different. I promise that.
Coolest podcast in the world, and guys, never say
Fucking
that I don't give
weirdo.
you what you want. You've all been talking about it. You all want to hear it.
Like, look at his face, bro. I'm like seriously. Look at his face. He looks sad, bro. Shit crazy.
I got the one and only Lena the plug, my wife.
He says the one and only as if it's not his wife, bro. Like, bro, the clips I seen of this, I mean, the play shit pisses
On
me
the
off.
podcast to talk about recent events.
I'm laughing because I'm thinking about how I'd probably never come on the podcast again, but if I picked another guy, so now I'm allowed to come on the podcast.
You thought you were never going to come on the podcast again?
I mean, it's just no one wants the Lena the Plug interview, but then I someone else, and now it's like, oh, she needs an interview.
Okay, you did an adult scene with someone else.
I mean, but it's like, it's when I think about it, I'm like, okay, cool.
Well, when you were in your mom.
Why is she sitting up here trying to make like she ain't fuck somebody else, bro? I don't give a fuck if it's a movie scene fuck, if it's a adult scene fuck, or if it's a fuck, bro. Your woman got her cheeks smacked, bro. Hold on. Let me make this very clear. Adam 22, your woman got her cheeks smacked. And you can't live with that. I could tell. Look in your eyes, bro. You have not slept, my boy. That's not the drugs. Just saying. That shit is real, bro.
TikTok era, probably that wasn't going to be the thing that made me like, okay, let's get her on. I had you on here a year and a half ago with Flacco.
Yeah, I can't remember why we did that.
Just give you a little press.
Yeah.
Get some stuff out there.
I'd feel more comfortable if he was here. I feel really uncomfortable with the fact that it's just you and I, and we're going to talk about this in front of my brother-in-law, Josh.
He's not paying attention. He's not even in here.
Oh, he left.
No,
Thank God. I was
done.
like, oh, Josh is in here.
Don't put Josh on blast.
I just feel uncomfortable.
No, but this might actually be the first time that you and I have been on this podcast together, just you and I, right?
Bro.
Yeah, it is the first time.
That's great.
Also, we got married.
We did get married.
That didn't constitute me coming on here, but this event did.
Seems like an afterthought after the last week.
I'm saying though, after you marry a woman, right? Aren't you like, oh my God, my forever baby, till love do us part? Isn't one of the marriage things you can't fuck somebody else, bro? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah.
Not actually, but in terms of content.
Yeah.
Why they get married?
Yeah, I didn't even really talk about the marriage that much on here. Because it just seemed like it was so nice. It was great. The honeymoon was great.
Do you feel different? Because everyone's like, do you feel different now? I'm like, absolutely not. It's the exact same.
We made it official. We had a nice party with the friends and family and everything.
Went on the honeymoon.
But it's not like the rules changed. It's not like, we're going to do things differently now.
No,
we're married.
We already had the house, the kid.
Yeah, we did most of the serious stuff in advance.
The marriage was like, all right, I guess we should just do this too. Let's finish up. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, I guess. So, okay, this is the first thing that I thought might be useful for us to lay out. Let's lay out the chronological order of how the idea of you even working with other people became a thing. Because I have a memory of maybe 6 months ago where you said something like, do you really think that we're going to go our whole lives without ever sleeping with other people? And in the context of I think we were talking about swinging at first.
Yeah, I mean, because people don't really know this about you and I, but you just mentioned it on the podcast, so now I can talk about it. Okay. We had a threesome early in our relationship with another guy, and that was just we went out, we partied, we had
What the fuck? Hold on. What? Did she just say what I think? She gonna run that back?
We had a threesome early in our relationship with another guy, and that was just like,
This nigga been failing, bro. Like, yo, what the
we went out, we partied, we had like a really fun,
This
hot
guy,
sexual
bro.
experience,
This
and we were
fucking
always
guy.
kind of down for like a little bit of freaky things.
Freaky
you know?
shit.
Like two
Yeah.
or three other people in the
Like,
room
just watching us.
who like were not there to see us, but they just happened to be in the room because we're all just hanging out. This was back in the Adam and Lena party era that didn't really last that long. And at that time, to be totally honest, you were pretty much a random girl to me.
Yeah.
We didn't have any kind of like
We went to
emotional
emo night.
connection. Oh my god.
That's where we.
Wait, so you're... Bruh, so you wifed a female that was clearly for the streets. Like, you met her running a train on her, bro. Why the fuck would you think it makes sense to wife her? Bro, why the fuck is my camera tweaking? This thing's a weirdo.
Our lives. We went to emo night. Okay.
Shout out emo night. And I've always been somebody who, throughout my life, there's been a bunch of different times where me and my homie might a girl together. Always enjoyed it. Enjoyed it with you that night. But then once we started to actually get closer and closer to like dating, it became like, no, we're not talking about that anymore.
We literally never talked about it again, and then
maybe-
you talked about it on the podcast. The
We
other
maybe
day.
didn't talk about it for like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
I mean, also my friend went on to date the guy for a really long time, so that's probably also why we didn't talk about it.
that is a good point. Yeah.
Wait, what the bro, what type of relationship? Bro, so you let your girl fuck somebody else. A homie of yours. Y'all trained your girl, and then you decided, I want to marry this bitch. She the one. 1000%. No other girl would be like her. What the fuck?
But like, okay, when I think about that version of us and the version of us that isn't always gonna do, who's just very into sex and likes to try fun and new experiences, I was just like, are we really never gonna have an experience like that, even off camera, ever again?
And what spurred that conversation, I think, was the fact that we had multiple different couples on Plug Talk where either they were into the swinging thing or they just did with other people separately and stuff. And slowly it started to seem like, well, maybe this rule is kind of arbitrary.
Well, I think for us, it was also seeing those couples and seeing how turned on they got by having those sexual experiences with other people, which we had a lot in our relationship. When we would bring girls in, like, I would be so much more into you after and you'd be into me. It was like seeing your partner enjoying someone else's hot, it turns you on. So it's like, I feel like that is sort of like worn off for me because I've just gotten so used to it a little bit.
Exactly. That is the problem with us. Yeah.
Like, what I feel like you would think it's hot to watch me have sex with someone else, because we already know you think it's hot. We did it once.
But that was like, my is in your mouth and he's in your vagina.
Yeah, I'm not saying you DP'd me, but like...
Right. But I'm just saying it's not like I was sitting in the corner because there's a whole narrative.
Okay, I don't think you're a cuck. Are you going to go with this?
Well, it does seem kind of stupid to deny.
Okay, so there's the cuck thing is different because cucks are supposed to be weak and
They're
they want
humiliated.
to be made to feel lesser, and I don't think that that's you. I think that there's like the more swinging side of things where it's like you are turned on by your wife enjoying someone, and then she comes back.
Yo, am I the only one that's stressed out by this conversation, bro?
And you guys enjoy your own personal sexual experiences more with each other because she did that.
Right. But I mean, you have barely even done the thing that you're kind of inferring, which is like me going and fucking another girl and then just like telling you about it. Because the one time, I think it was only one time on Plug Talk where you woke up and you were sick as a dog, and so you couldn't come to set that day, but it was a girl. Shout out Alva J. Everybody sign up on onlyplugtalk.com.
Everyone thinks I have beef with her now because she did this. I don't
No. Onlyplugtalk.com if you want to see the scene. But me and Alva J, we did a scene while you were at home sick as a dog.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to see it afterwards. You were actually a little...
before you left the house, I was in bed. I remember I was like, okay, go do the scene. Don't tell me how it went when you come back, and I don't want to see any clips from it. Yeah.
Which is interesting because when you came back from doing this scene the other day, I wanted to hear about it. And
A lot.
I wanted to know what I was going to find out. I wanted to know, like, what's the most extreme thing that happened? How did it play out? That's more like me wanting to, like, manage whatever the fallout might have been, more so than, like, trying to avoid. I don't know. Like, why did you
I
not
text
want to
Adam
see it?
after the scene. I don't even tell him the scene's done. I'm just like, do you want anything from Dave's Hot Fried Chicken? I just like act like it didn't happen.
That is true, yeah. But okay, so we've had, I don't know, maybe 200 threesomes over the year. That was our rough estimate. Maybe like almost 100 on
What the
Talk, plus a bunch in our private life, plus a bunch for your OnlyFans. And yeah, I don't know. Over time, we did just kind of start to sort of have that conversation. And at first, I think we considered the idea of like swinging on camera. And then that kind of seemed.
And you always suggested guys I would never want to fuck.
Yeah, that probably
It was always unfair trade.
intentional on my part. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. But I don't know. Like, it just kind of seemed like, well, if you are going to do it for the first time, we should roll it out in a way that actually is as exciting as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I was never really thinking about like a rollout per se. And then I also, like, I knew it was going to be a big deal just because, you know, outside of you, I have a pretty big adult fan audience, and they literally every single comment on anything I post is like, do a scene with the BBC, do a scene with whatever, this person, black, whatever. So I knew that my fans were going to be excited, and I knew that the wedding thing was going to be a factor because it's like, why all of a sudden after you get married? But I didn't think it was going to be this big.
But it's weird because we had been talking about it before the wedding, and sort of like, you know, the idea was in the air, even though we hadn't made a hard decision on.
It was weird because that's the message I sent to Jason was like, hey, I'm going to get married and on my honeymoon, but when I come back, we should shoot.
Right.
And he was like, okay.
And a lot of people.
Yo, could you imagine, bro? You're walking, there you are. Hold on. Let's talk real quick. There you are walking down the aisle, looking at the love of your life. And she is texting another man right after that, but at the reception, saying, yo, the reception's over tomorrow. When I get back, I want you to knock the boots off this motherfucker. Tell me how you would feel, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. That shit is crazy.
Seem to think that it being him or it being a black dude was the thing. But what people don't know is that when we were talking about it, there was a couple of different people that were considering, and it's not like they were all black dudes.
No, there's only a few guys in the industry who are like big on social media, very well known by like just right when you look at them, you know that guy, you know, and I wanted my first scene to be like, you know, a big scene.
And it's worth mentioning that we did a TikTok in Vegas back in January where and this might have been like the first time we ever even joked about it on camera, but I said to him doing a little TikTok, I said, who's the hottest girl here? And then he like put his arm around you and walked away with you. And that, I believe, has like 9 million views on TikTok. And that, if we were trying to like minimize the amount of people who were suggesting that you do a scene with another guy, that was probably not the best idea because that made everybody want to talk about it, right?
Yeah. He was like the obvious choice. I was like, oh, I have to go with him. This is what the audience wants. There's 9 million views on this video.
Definitely. So,
She's
okay, going into it,
Bro,
how did you feel?
Okay.
she's too happy, bro. Like, look how happy she is about this nigga. She doesn't care about you, Adam. You have lost your wife to a man of color. I'm just saying. Play that motherfucker.
So I didn't really know the shoot was going to happen until the day before the shoot.
That is a
It
good
all
point.
happened so fast because in my head I was like, oh, this is going to be my debut scene. I'm going to need like 2 months out. I'm going to go hard in the gym.
I don't know about debut scene. I mean, I am a human being, right?
But like,
You hear this shit? Even he feels it. This is her debut scene. This is the first time she has fucked. You have made her into an original version. She doesn't respect you. You are not a man to her. I'm just saying, bro. That's what it looked like, bro. But I'm just talking bullshit. You feel me?
sorry. But like everyone's talking about it like it's my first scene, and it's obviously it's not my first scene. I've been doing this for 7 years with you, but like my debut scene with another man.
Another man.
Okay.
There we go. A different man.
A different man.
A different but equal but
Yes.
man, right? Everybody in the room is laughing just in case anybody wants to know
like I'm
where
fully
the
red in the face
snickering
right
is
now.
coming from.
But anyways, in my head, every girl does this, right? You have a photo shoot. You're like, I'm preparing for my photo shoot. I'm gonna look good. This, that. I had all this shit in my head of like what I was gonna do to prepare.
But for me, I'm getting excited. It's Saturday, and I'm about to play poker tournaments on Sunday, so I'm excited for that. And then Saturday morning, we're going to get breakfast, and you're like, "Hey, Jason is in town. I might shoot that scene tomorrow." And I'm like, "Huh, okay."
Yeah,
Like,
it was awkward. My sister was there. She's like, I don't want to be here for this conversation.
okay, and so. Yeah, I don't know. You continue.
I mean, and then I just walked away. I was like, I think I'm gonna shoot with Jason tomorrow, and you were like, okay. And I walked away. I went to wash the dishes or something, and then I come back, and you're just like, no facial, no kissing. And I was like, okay, that was like the extent of the conversation.
Right.
And then I left the next day to do it, and you barely said bye to me because you were playing poker.
I said bye. I mean, I'm playing 8 tables at the same time. I mean, it's kind of hard, but
And then
I'm so glad that I was doing something that is like requiring of the most cognitive load possible. So
This nigga said no case, no kissing, and no facials, right? So he didn't want nobody nut on his wife. He didn't want nobody nut on his wife. Face. Nor did he want her to kiss him. But he didn't say nothing about sucking dick. Or anything. Or anything. I'm just a messenger, Mr. Adam, and this shit is weird, bro. What the fuck?
it made it kind of hard to think about it while it was happening, and then by the time you got back home, I'm like basically like finishing up poker then. So I didn't really have a ton of room to think about it while it was occurring, which was nice.
It was the best place for you to be, for sure.
Because that is kind of my happy place that I don't get to do very often.
Yeah.
Okay. And so
I was so nervous, like beyond nervous, and I'm even nervous that it's going to come out, because I'm like, I wonder if it showed in the scene. But I was there for a couple hours getting hair and makeup or whatever, and then I had to go and get Jason and bring him in, and we had to take photos, and we just started taking pictures, and I was like, stop, like leave, I have to take pictures of myself, I cannot take pictures with you right now. There was like so much guilt, even though I knew that you had said yes, you'd given me your blessing. The cameraman's like, it's not cheating, he's just like trying to remind me. He's like being my, like, you know, I had no girls with me to like just cheer me on or anything. He was being my little.
But you said something about how your makeup artist or your hair person was like your therapist.
Oh yeah, they were being my therapist.
So you're like talking it through it with them, like, oh, I feel terrible, I'm about to fucking cheat on her, I don't know.
Yeah, I was super nervous.
1,000% she did not say that. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Think about it. She literally said earlier, quote her words, this was her debut scene. This was the time that she was about to shine. This was her step out right here, Mr. Adam. You think she was nervous? Think she felt bad? Probably, but who knows? I'm not a porn star.
I don't know. I just felt really uncomfortable. I mean, I told you that, like, when we were in France last month, we went to the club and these guys were trying to dance with me, and I literally left the dance floor and I sat on the couch by myself because I felt so uncomfortable. Right. I didn't know what to do, and it felt like it was cheating. Like, even if I just bumped into a guy dancing, and here I am, I have to have sex with somebody, and it's gonna be filmed and put online. Right. So, yeah, it was a lot. It was really hard.
Hard.
Yeah.
What was hard?
The nerves. I don't know.
She's not in on the joke. It's like a penis pun. But okay, so you shoot the scene, and like, did you feel like you got out of the nervousness at a certain point, or like how did that transpire?
Bro, she's thinking about it, bro. She's literally thinking about it, bro. What the fuck, Adam? You're a freaking millionaire,
I did get out of the nervousness at all. I kept like putting the scene off. I remember we were filming like intro teaser stuff, fully clothed, whatever, and then I just kept like, oh, I have to go do this. I'll be right back. Like, I just kept putting it off. Yeah. And then in the moment when I had to finally do it, I don't know. I just hope it looks good. I feel like I blacked out at some point.
Ironically, you blacked out.
Shut the fuck up.
Black.com. But it's not on there. A lot of people seem to think that is on black.com. Yeah.
Jason is blacked like star, so that's why he's like synonymous with blacked, but no, it's on our OnlyFans.
A lot of people seem to think that you doing this was part of Well, A, they think that you've cheated on me a lot over the years, probably, and that this was just kind of like more of that.
Cheated on me, you guys.
Okay, very early on. It's been a long time.
Okay, if I told you it was really early in the relationship, but yeah, I cheated on you a lot, you'd still be fucking pissed.
If you cheated on me in the first year of the relationship, I wouldn't be that mad. Because but I would
Yes, you
I would be mad because you put yourself out there as like a non-cheater so much, where I was like, yeah, I cheated in 2017 or whatever, but you know, I felt like I wasn't really doing a whole lot to like hide it.
Listen, we're not gonna talk about the past. I'm gonna get mad all over again.
I feel bad. It was wrong.
You guys don't understand. I went to shoot this scene, and Adam has been low-key calling me a cheater as a joke. Or like, the other day I was like, "Can you help me with the laundry?" And he was like, "I'm having a really hard time. How dare you?" And I'm just like, you're throwing this shit in my face, even though you're a part of it. I low-key feel like you're less mad because it's viral, and you're like into being viral.
I will say that having seen how viral it went, it now seems kind of insane that I ever would have like potentially stood in the way of you doing this, just because this is obviously such an amazing thing for your career as well as mine. Like, we're not going to state dollar amounts, but even just like the money that I've made off of talking about this on YouTube and Snapchat has been kind of ridiculous. And then like
you're welcome.
Plug Talk has been that's a very weird framing, but the amount of additional signups that we've gotten on onlyplugtalk.com has been kind of insane.
Yeah,
just seeing like how crazy this has been. And also like it's a weird thing where like at a certain point in my life, you're scared of like people shitting on you, or you want to avoid people shitting on you. And then at a point like right now, it's like, oh, I'm just getting so destroyed.
This shit's weird. This shit is weird, bro. Let me see something. So I'm gonna go to this part when they talk to Buddy.
But on Twitter, even though sometimes I just don't want to look. Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a call. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take this. Oh, hello.
Look who it is.
Mr. Jason Love. How you doing, man?
What's good? What's good?
We're just doing a little podcast here, and figured that we would, have a little conversation with you to see exactly how all this was for you as well.
Cool. That's why I chimed in. Catch y'all. See what's up.
Definitely. So, what's the vibe like between you guys? Anything I should know about?
I don't think there's a really vibe. I think it's like a business thing, but I feel just very uncomfortable with this right now. I feel awkward.
A little uncomfortable.
Can you tell him how nervous I was?
Bro, like so nervous. Oh my god, I feel so wrong right now. Like,
It was bad.
it's just work.
Okay.
Calm down.
But a lot of people have like a cheating fetish. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like
I feel like you do.
Yeah, cheating I've done in the past. Was I a little bit turned on by the fact that I was doing something underhanded? Or take myself out of it, but like, if you're fucking a girl and you know she has a boyfriend and she's doing something wrong, that is kind of hot.
Is it?
A little bit.
See, he knows.
It's kind of like the adrenaline.
I'd feel so guilty if I was the other woman.
Okay, so Jason, give me a genuine review. How was it?
You want like a number scale or just like?
Numbers sounds like it could be hurtful, but if it's a high number, sure.
Gives me like a 4.
100%, 9 out of 10.
Really, 9 out of 10. Who's a 10?
Well, obviously her.
Oh.
Well, it was a 9 out of 10. I never grasped for an entire 10 before. It's like you gotta leave room for something that could possibly be top of the next one.
Okay, yeah.
I'll take a 9 then.
That's fair. Okay, yeah.
He just rated his wife and told him that his wife's vagina was a 9 out of 10. I don't.
So a lot of people want to know. I don't know, just like if I should feel diminished as a man as a result of this. Like, the cuck narrative is very, very strong. I just want to get your thoughts on that, and if how people should think about that in the context of me being, the silent third party in all this.
Well, I don't know. Like, if you look at it in the business aspect, then basically it was just a job. She's high up in her ranks. I'm high up in my ranks. Us two together, obviously, make the most amounts of money. So it's not so much being a cook. If you're comfortable with it, y'all communicated it prior. Obviously, she said y'all did. So it's not really a cook situation. It's more of like two people coming and making an understanding.
Yeah.
So if you're cool with it, then it is what it is. Me personally, I don't know if I have enough in me to allow it, but everyone's different. Everyone has different.
You know why? Because he knows that. Bro, he just said it. He knows that Adam is a fucking duck, bro. You's a duck. I'm sorry. Adam, you's a duck, bro. I ain't got it in me. The man just said it, bro. I ain't got it in me. You know why? Mind you, he's a millionaire off of porn. But he don't have it in him to let his girl get fucked. Niggas are goofy.
Well, it would be kind of weird for you to find a dude bigger than you. Maybe they could resurrect Andre the Giant or something. Maybe you could get Brock Lesnar to come through and cut it up for you. But I mean, you're kind of like the biggest dude that I could think of. I don't know. It's gonna be tough for you to find a bigger guy.
Oh, they got a couple. A couple.
Yeah.
But, it's not just the size; it's everything that goes into it that makes it.
Definitely. Lena is just like shriveling up into a ball right now. I can see how uncomfortable this is making you.
Yes, it is making me very uncomfortable, and I'm glad that he's only, on Zoom and not here right now.
Because you'll fuck him again.
Yes. Also, I feel like I'd feel a lot of sexual tension, and I felt like we would have to do a scene if you guys were both here.
See, she's out of control now. She's on a tear.
I've been known to have that effect. I apologize.
See, all right. Now I'm gonna have to really mind you next time you're going to an adult event that he's gonna be at, right?
No, but I would be turned on if you were there. Yeah, it's like you're part of it.
So you think that if me and you go out to a party and we see him, that there's a chance that we'd all end up hooking up after?
I don't know what his stance is on working with you.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Good point. Yeah.
I don't care.
Oh, hell yeah.
I get it in regardless.
Damn, that would be, yeah, I can see that. That would probably kind of make me feel like I had put a cap on this whole situation if we all did it together.
Good closure.
Wow, maybe that is the three-way that we should do, because that would be pretty viral rather than just some random guy, right?
Yeah.
It would be crazy.
As long as I'm not sitting in a chair with my fucking
You
arms
have to
tied behind my back or whatever.
You gotta hold the camera for one shot.
All right, so now I gotta rewrite the script.
Yeah. What do people need to know about Jason Love, since like you're kind of, I almost feel like a large percentage, maybe even the majority of the photos that you're going to be taking over the next year or so, it's going to be people saying like, you're the dude who fucked Adam 22's wife. I don't know. I mean, I know you get recognized all the time, but it's kind of an interesting scenario that you're in now, right?
I got stopped on the street like 4 or 5 times already. Normally it's just to talk to me about me, but then it was like, oh, you no jumper with wife. I'm like, yeah, I guess.
Wow, insane.
Like, take a picture with my wife, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna get more of those offers.
See, I've only had a couple people say that to me. I'm sure he gets that all the time.
All the time.
Right. So, if we do choose to have another kid, how am I gonna know it's mine and not?
Oh my god, I can't. No, cut. What?
What?
Don't even bring that up. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's one of the good memes that people have been passing around. It's like me cuddling with your belly and there's a little black kid inside it.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Is BBC offensive?
No, it's just a visual description. It's not what you're saying. It is what it is. You see it, that's what it is.
That's what I'm saying. But I wonder if I get too comfortable with talking about black people shit because of the fact that like all my co-hosts on the podcast are black and stuff, because I've seen some of these lily white fucking hipster bitches on Twitter just raging out being like BBC is offensive, and I won't respond to them, but I am thinking in my head like, you have never been around black people besides getting fucked by them for your OnlyFans, so shut the fuck up. That's kind of what's going on in the back of my head.
I don't like using it because I feel like I just don't.
I don't care if you see a school bus and it's yellow. You're like, where did you park? By the big yellow school bus. That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a statement of fact. And like, in the real world,
That man do not give a fuck what Adam talking about, bro. He ready to fuck Adam wife again, cause you fucked up, my boy.
I can see why that's a bad thing, You walk up to an Asian girl and you're like,
I don't know. Let me see what else he has.
For the
Probably went off hard.
well, that's a big idea.
My assistant did give me the idea to submit it for an AVN. I was like, I don't know. I feel like this might be crossing the line.
Yeah, Pound Town. You just left Pound Town.
I was gonna call it the wedding gift.
For the record, it's not literally your wedding gift, but it was something that we kind of like felt more comfortable with after the wedding and whatnot, right?
It just makes sense. That's what everyone's latching onto. They just got married,
All right, Mr. Love, appreciate you.
Bye, Jason.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's over for them, man. Y'all, I give y'all 30 minutes of my personal feels about this. Adam, final verdict is this. Number one, I couldn't do it. Y'all comment down below. If you was in Adam's shoes, could you watch your wife get fucked for some money? Honestly, could your wife have sexual intercourse for some money and put it on OnlyFans or Pornhub or whatever damn site you do? Number three, that's number two. Number two is Adam. Is Adam a duck? Is Adam lame for this? Number three, did Lena cheat? And number four, did you subscribe? Hey, I appreciate y'all. Like y'all appreciate me, man. It's your boy, Mr. AyoSwizz. Let's get it.